Last week on the Super Cyclone Challenge, we're joined by Marcel.
Oh no. Hello, good evening. International deadline.
Final answer.
Yes.
Thank goodness for that. 2 seconds remaining. Marcel is a tropical storm.
Yes.
Telly yes. He's on his phone. Hey, that's not allowed.
I was chatting.
Yeah, he was chatting.
Okay. Lifeline.
Lifeline. Okay, you do have that.
50.
Alright, he's going with 50-50.
Two.
Final answer.
Yes.
It is the right answer, yes. 60 miles an hour.
Part.
Final answer.
No. Why did you want to
15 seconds.
Lifeline. Flip the question.
He's flipping the question.
Oh my goodness. Risk lifeline, please.
Risk lifeline. And now we get to find out what happened next. Which 1950 hurricane dumped over 52 inches of rain over Hawaii? Is it? What? Is it
Okay.
Hiki, Kanoa, Nina, or Dot?
Oh my goodness.
Struggling?
Yes.
Which 1950 hurricane dumped over 52 inches of rain over Hawaii? Hiki, Kanoa, Nina, or Dot?
Risk lifeline, please.
Risk lifeline. On question number 7, with 11 seconds remaining, Marcel, for the second time in history, going with the risk lifeline. Wow.
No.
You've said it.
No.
You've said it.
No.
You said risk lifeline.
I was confused.
You said
I want to change that.
I'm sorry, we've got to go with your first option. That's how the game works. Marcel, that's how the game works. We're now doing the risk lifeline.
Lifeline, no, please, no,
Marcel.
please, no.
Marcel, it's the risk lifeline. Alright, we're gonna try and get the person who would be playing next onto the risk lifeline right now if we can. Hopefully we can at some point.
I was. Oh my goodness.
If we can't get hold of them, we're gonna have to do something else.
And I have the answer.
But it's too late. It's too late.
But I said lifeline, not risk lifeline.
You did say the risk lifeline.
I was confused. I mean lifeline, not risk lifeline.
Oh. Marcel, you have used the risk lifeline. And this is
I don't accept.
You don't accept it.
And I am not going to lose.
Oh.
Good evening.
Okay, I think we've got our risk lifeline participant. The person who would have been playing the Super Cyclone Challenge next is David Tones. David.
Good to be here, Nathan, and something I was not expecting.
Indeed.
And,
Me neither. That's why we've been running around like headless chickens trying to get someone to
But I was confused.
If David happens to get the right answer to this question, number 7, he will succeed and knock Marcel out, and the game will continue with David in Marcel's place. Now, David might do Marcel a favor and deliberately get the question wrong. But now it's time to see whether David gives us the right answer or not. We'll be giving you 2 minutes of thinking time, David, for this. And the question is the following. Which 1950 hurricane dumped over 52 inches of rain over Hawaii? Is it Hickey, Kanoa, Nina, or Dot?
Hickey or Dot or Kanoa.
Nathan, I'll have to ask you to repeat that, please.
Sorry, okay. Which 1950 hurricane dumped over 52 inches of rain over Hawaii? Hickey, Kanoa, Nina, or Dot? What do you think?
Oh, this is a tricky one. This is...
Yep.
Well, you've got 4 of them.
Can you eliminate any of those, do you think?
How about if we go delete Dot?
Okay, so you're mentally getting rid of Dot, so that leaves Hickey, Kanoa, and Nina. Of course, I can't tell you the right answer, David, or what any of the wrong answers are, but in your mind, you've got rid of Dot. You've got just another minute on this.
Oh, this is a hard one. So what option is
Again, the
available
question,
to Marcel?
Which
Yes, please.
1950 hurricane dumped over 52 inches of rain over Hawaii? Hickey,
And
Kanoa, Nina, or Dot?
oh,
This is so
Marcel, you got any
Marcel
idea?
can't help you, David. He's fighting against you in the risk
I
line here.
can't help you.
What option?
Hickey, Kanoa, Nina, or Dot.
I think I would have to go. Look,
Go on.
I'm going to take a stab.
Yep.
I'm going to go for the second one.
The second
I think
one,
it's Kanoa.
Kanoa. All right.
Kanoa.
That's your final answer.
Final answer, Marcel.
David, I can tell you that Kanoa is the wrong answer. Marcel plays on for the first time. Successful risk lifeline here.
Oh yes,
Super
oh yes,
Cyclone
oh
Challenge
yes, oh
history.
yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Thank you, David, for trying to take part. Unfortunately, you failed this time around. We'll see you again soon.
Okay.
What am I doing? Okay, well, we're now just one question away from hurricane status, and crikey, what a way we're doing it here. Marcel, if you get this question right, see, we've already made history. Here is the next question for Category 1 status. On average, the 5th storm of the Atlantic hurricane season forms on which date? Is it July 31st, August 31st, September 30th, or October 31st?
August.
August 31st.
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Well, normality resumes. That is the correct answer for Category 1 status. Alright, let's take stock where we are right now. You've used 3 of your lifelines. You've still got the half-time lifeline, where we move on to the next question, but the time limits are halved, or the double-dip lifeline, which you get to choose 2 of the possible answers, Marcel. That's a very valuable one that you've kept hold of there. The next section will have a 40-second time limit as you get from Category 1, hopefully, to Category 3 status in the next 4 questions, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. How many billion-dollar Atlantic hurricanes occurred in 2017? Is it none, 2, 3, or 5?
Irma, So that is three. Irma, Maria, and Harvey.
You think it's 3?
What are the options?
So, how many billion-dollar hurricanes occurred in 2017? None, 2, 3, or 5? You've got 10 seconds.
Double dip.
Double dip. Okay.
Yes.
What's your first answer going to be?
3.
Okay. I can tell you, if you had a little bit more nerve, 3 is the correct answer, Marcel. 80 miles an hour. Bit of a waste of a lifeline, though.
What?
You might struggle. You might struggle now.
So hard.
All right, all you've got left now is the half-time lifeline. This could be the first time ever that someone uses all of their lifelines. Is it the first time ever? I'm not sure, but the first time in a very long time. Probably since last time Marcel played the 2017 game. Okay, well, this is question number 10, which will get us with a correct answer to 90 miles an hour, Marcel. 40 seconds.
Okay.
In 1964, hurricanes Cleo, Dora, Gladys, and Hilda all reached which category? Is it 1, 3, 4, or 5?
Can you repeat me?
In 1964, hurricanes Cleo, Dora, Gladys, and Hilda all reached which category?
4.
Final answer.
Yes.
Well, Marcel says he knew he was specialised in the Atlantic, and that really shows it. That's the right answer, yes, 90 miles an hour. Just how far can he go? How far can he go? Still got the half-time lifeline. Question 11 for 100 miles an hour. Here it is. In what year did the India Meteorological Department introduce the extremely severe and super cyclone storm categories? Was it 1959, 1979, 1999, or 2019?
1999.
Final answer.
Yes.
What makes you think it's 1999?
I don't know. So there was I didn't know very well the IMD categories. I think there is severe. But extremely severe, it's like super cyclonic storm or not? I don't know very well.
They are distinct from each other, but who cares? It is the right answer. 100 miles an hour, triple digits. Yes. All right, Marcel, we've made it this far. I thought you were going out before hurricane status for a minute or two, multiple times actually. We're now just one question away from major hurricane status, 115 miles an hour, if you get this question right.
Yes.
How many storms formed in the 2010 Atlantic hurricane season? Is it 15, 17, 19, or 21?
Name storms.
Yes.
So there's Alex, B, C, D, E, F. So
All storms, I believe.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
20 seconds.
H, D, E, F, G. I think 19.
Is that your final answer?
No.
10 seconds. You gotta lock it in.
20.
There isn't a 20. Are you going with 19?
21.
21.
Yes.
We're on the cusp of running out of time. Marcel,
Yes.
do you think it's 21? Or did you think it was
Yes.
19?
I don't know. 21.
Marcel, you've lost it.
Why?
The correct answer was 19. And you were so
I
close.
am so stupid. I am so stupid. I am so stupid.
Oh.
Than losing by 190.
Well, at least you go away with something, though. Marcel goes away, unbelievably, with 75 miles an hour after one of the most entertaining games we've seen in years. Incredible. Survived a risk lifeline. He didn't use that half-time lifeline, but Marcel got stuck in the end on a question I thought he would. He was just about to get right, and then he changed it.
But I don't know what number is D.
Oh.
I think that was letter 21.
If you'd like to take part in a future episode of the Super Cyclone Challenge,
Right.
send a message through any of our mediums, or do I direct email contact@force13.com. Through Facebook and Twitter, search Force13 or in text. Good night from Studio 4. And now for the next game. Hello and welcome to another installment of the Super Cyclone Challenge. Our next game is someone else who's very hopeful about getting far in this game. Not many people have done it so far, but tonight we're joined by Cooper. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
That's great. Where are you coming to us from tonight?
It's from Washington County in Maryland. It's quite hot here today.
Now, this broadcast, I think you're crazy by the way, is in the midst of this United States heat wave, so I hope you can keep your cool if things get a little bit pressured later on.
I think I'll do just fine.
Have you got any targets?
My target is at least hurricane strength.
Hurricane strength. It's been quite a popular choice so far in this Series 3. And with the questions, how there've been a lot of people have had to tumble back down to hurricane status, including a few big names. Well, Cooper, I hope you do really well in this. Of course, we begin the game with the 4 lifelines, the 50-50, flip the question, the risk lifeline, and the half-time lifeline. If you get to your 5th question and answer it correctly without using 1 lifeline, then you'll get that 5th lifeline to double dip. There are 5 safe zones in between, which guarantee you a safe haven from those hurricane force winds. And obviously the further you get up, the better the outcome will be. And maybe you can take a risk or two once you get to that safe zone. The first of the 6 stages has a 20-second time limit. So if you're ready, we're ready over here. Are you?
I'm ready.
Alright, well here we go with the first 4 questions which will get you to tropical storm status. Question number 1 starts right here. Most hurricanes have which distinctive feature in the center? Is it tongue, nose, eye, or Jean-Michel Chung's banana?
It's an I. Final answer.
No messing about there. That's the right answer for 20 miles an hour. Yes, I don't know who wrote that question. Maybe it was Devon. The next question, which is escaping me already. All right, let's go through this quickly if we can. Hurricane Barry formed in which ocean earlier this year? Is it the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, or Southern?
Atlantic Ocean. Final answer.
That's quick. 18 seconds on the clock. It's the right answer. Yes. The audience awesome for them. And moving on here, the next question. Which of these hurricanes does not exist? Is it Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane Michael, Hurricane Irma, or Hurricane Hudson?
Hurricane Hudson. Final answer.
I bet you never thought you'd be saying that. That's the right answer for 35 miles an hour. This is great. Excellent start. A lot of comedy coming in from the question writers. I think they've had enough. And the final question before tropical storm status goes like this. Which of these is a tropical cyclone term? Is it heat wave, typhoon, tornado, or snowstorm?
Typhoon, final answer.
Well, that didn't take very long at all. I think overall that took maybe 5 seconds of you answering the questions. That is right answer for tropical storm status, 40 miles an hour. So, I think it's been a walk in the park so far.
Yeah, these are not that difficult, but I wasn't expecting much from these first few questions.
All right, then, the stage 2, 4 more questions will get you to hurricane status. If you get this next question right, that will give you that 5th double dip lifeline that you can use at any time, if you get there. Question number 5. What was the previous hurricane to strike Texas before Harvey? Is it Ike, Alicia, Claudette, or Rita?
Hurricane Ike, final answer.
Now, a little bit of hesitation there. 8 seconds it took. Thoughts?
I kind of forgot what the other answers were.
Yeah, well, when I was looking at this question, I had to think about Claudette, but you'll be relieved to know that Ike is the right answer for 50 miles an hour. Very pleasing.
That's what I thought.
Indeed, Claudette, 2009 was a tropical storm that struck the Florida Panhandle and in 2015 moved out to sea. Okay, the next question, 30 seconds on the clock for these, by the way. I don't think I said that at the start of the last question. And you've got that double dip now, the 5 lifelines. Here's question number 6. In 2015, Hurricane Joaquin battered which islands? Is it the Mariana Islands, the Windward Islands, the Bahamas, or the Azores?
The Bahamas, final answer.
No problem whatsoever. That is the right answer for 60 miles an hour. Hurrah! Alright, starting to get a little bit excited here. Question 7. Which storm made a Category 5 landfall on the Philippines the year before Haiyan? Is it Typhoon Sanba, Typhoon Bopar, Typhoon Balawan, or Typhoon Usagi?
Shoot.
5 lifelines there for you.
Typhoon Bofa, final answer.
Ooh, he's been brave. What makes you think it was Bopar above all of those?
Oh boy.
Stab in the dark? Guess?
Yikes.
Rings a bell somewhere?
Oh boy.
Oh dear, I better not continue to torture. Bopar is the right answer, yes. Well done. How about that?
Typhoons get me.
I see. Well, Typhoon Sanba and Balawan occurring in the same year as Bopar 2012. Bopar made the Category 5 landfall in Mindanao. Final question before hurricane status. All 5 lifelines intact. A little bit of a gamble, I think, there, but we are here and we can get to hurricane status now. Here's the question. On average, the 5th storm of the Atlantic hurricane season forms on which date? Is it July 31st, August 31st, September 30th, or October 31st?
August 31st, final answer.
Alright, you had a short think there and went with it. What makes you think it's August 31st?
Well, considering a lot of active seasons, a lot of quick starting seasons get to the E storm in July, but mostly it forms in August. Yeah, that's why she went for that.
Very astute. That is the right answer. Hurricane status, yes! Yes, sirree. Alright, this is a pretty strong position. We've only seen it once or twice so far during this series so far. 5 lifelines still intact. It could still all go wrong in stage 3. I'm really hoping it doesn't for you. Yeah, well, let's see how it goes. 40 seconds on the clock, more thinking time, and 5 lifelines at your disposal. Here is question number 9, which will get you to 80 miles an hour. And this is a curiously simple question for the stage. Hurricane Sandy formed in which month? Is it? Don't laugh. Is it September, October, November, or December?
October, final answer.
That is the right answer, yes. Wow. What on earth could make you know that? Yeah, well,
Notable
some
storms.
people might have struggled with that. It is nearly 7 years ago now. The new generation might have a bit of trouble. Question 10 gets us to 90 miles an hour. What was the weakest named storm of the 2018-19 Southwest Indian Ocean season? The weakest. Is it Butra, Desmond, Lorna, or Alcide?
Desmond, final answer.
I'm a bit worried every time you do this because you just come out with the answer after looking completely puzzled. Do you think it's right?
I think it's right. Desmond was a weak tropical storm.
It certainly was, and it is the right answer. Hooray! Congratulations! Alright, well, let's take a look at the board. We are at 90 miles per hour, 10 questions in, just 14 questions from the end now, believe it or not. 100 miles an hour is next up. Of course, it's going to get more difficult. Question number 11. Hope it goes well for you. After its Category 5 peak, how strong was Typhoon Hagapit when it made landfall in the Philippines? Is it Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, or Category 4?
Hagapit. I forgot the year of this one.
It doesn't say in the question, I'm afraid. I can't help you.
What lifelines do we have available?
All of them.
Can you remind me what they are?
The 50-50, flip the question, half-time lifeline, risk lifeline, double dip. 15 seconds.
I think we'll flip the question.
We're flipping
here.
the question, alright. Here's another question then. Another question 11 for 100 miles an hour. And here it is. We've flipped the question now. 4 lifelines still in play. What was the third strongest storm? The third strongest storm of the 1999 Atlantic hurricane season. Is it Gert, Lenny, Brett, or Cindy?
Now, third strongest, correct?
Yes.
And you named what storms?
Was it Gert, Lenny, Brett, or Cindy? 4 lifelines still there to help you out if you need it.
And is this by sustained wind speeds or
Yes.
by pressure?
Sustained wind.
Wind speeds?
Always.
Okay, in that case, I believe it was Gert. Final answer.
11 seconds left on the clock. Did you consider those other storms?
Yes, I know Lenny was 155, while Cindy and Brett were both 130.
Ah, he's very clever. That is the right answer. I think those are the right estimates as well. That's great. That's fantastic. Alright, so a slight blip there. We've still got 4 lifelines. Great shape at this time, with 1 question remaining until major hurricane status. This is great. Question number 12 gets us to 115 miles an hour. 40 seconds. Oh dear, very Philippine heavy today. Which Philippine island received the Category 5 landfall of Typhoon Megi in 2010? Was it Mindoro, Leyte, Catanduanes, or Luzon?
I think I might know it, but to be sure, let's use the 50-50.
Alright, I hope you aren't kicking yourself at the end of this if you already knew the answer, but with 34 seconds remaining on the clock, we're doing the 50-50. It leaves us with the answers Catanduanes or Luzon. 34 seconds.
I believe it was Luzon. Final answer.
If this is right, will you be a little bit disappointed that you used that lifeline?
No, but since you said if it's right, I'm getting a bad feeling.
Oh no. Well, don't. It is the right answer. Major hurricane status is yours. This is fantastic. I sound a bit like a broken record by this point. I don't know what's going on with me. This is, I think, the 3rd best game so far this series. How far will Cooper get? Find out in next week's Super Cyclone Challenge episode.